All right, hi everybody. This is Brian with my 2019 Infiniti Q50 Signature Edition rear-wheel drive 3.0T turbo car. I've been getting some requests about people that are chiming in and just kind of checking in on me to see how my PLM heat exchanger is going. And I'll have to say that it's going really, really well. I'm pretty happy with the PLM heat exchanger that I put on my car. And the car seems to be running great. Very, very happy with my car. But let me go over some numbers with people just to show some verification. This is a run that I did a few days ago, and I made a video about, I think, about just quarter mile time, 60 foot, and 0 to 60. The other day I was out and it was between, I don't know, 70 degrees and 80 degrees. It was in the nighttime on a trip that I took out to Wichita Falls. But let me just go into the numbers real quick. So this first data log on DataZap shows what's going to show you some numbers. So I think it's all important to show facts and show data and claims are claims until you substantiate those claims. So here's my data results. You can see me driving around a little bit, highway speeds, and then coming up on a spot out in more of the countryside where I felt that I could do a 0 to 125 mile an hour run safely. There you can see in this data log that I'm running around at 77 degrees for the charge air coolant temp. And then I'm hovering about 97 degrees on the charge air temp. I think these are important numbers between the charge air coolant temp and the charge air temp, because we don't want those numbers to be too big or too large, and we don't want those to be out of check. So you can see that I'm about 20 degrees within that 20 degree zone. And then I start my run there as it climbs up, and I go up to 120 miles an hour. And then you'll see at the end of the run, I mean, this is all within a very short amount of time, that I'm at 81 charge air coolant temp and 100 degree air temp, or charge temp, excuse me. So 81 charge air coolant temp and 100 charge air temp. It's fluctuating pretty close to about 20 degrees in that area, in that range, down a little bit plus or minus, but I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty good. That shows that the PLM is working pretty well. And then I want to go to the next little portion of my data log in the middle of the run, and that just shows in the heat of the battle, I'm at charge air coolant temp about 77 degrees. And then I am at a charge temp of 90. It drops down from when I'm, cruising at 75 miles an hour down to 0, and then do the run, and then I'm back to about 65, 70 highway speeds. So there's important numbers for anyone that's kind of wanting to know. I think data, like I said, DataZap is a really cool online place to drop in your data logs, and you can actually physically look at your data. So very, very, very cool. Well, I find it very cool. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I love chatting with everybody and enjoy the whole community. Have a great day, and I will catch you on another video when I have more content to bring you. Thank you, and bye-bye. Hey, before I leave everyone, I just want to reiterate kind of why the reason for me making this video is I'm really gearing up and kind of interested in the idea of Mishimoto with their intercooler package that they're going to come out with. If you have a really good heat exchanger and you've got kind of crummy, subpar intercoolers, then the great heat exchanger, keeping your coolant cool, and then taking that to your intercoolers, and your intercoolers are not super efficient, and adding that benefit of the better heat exchanger. So as we noted that I'm about 20 degrees, I would say just average most of the days, and so I want to I'm just interested in making sure that these intercoolers, let me don't get myself confused. The intercoolers may add, get that down from that 20-degree spread. That would be so nice to get it down to, 5 or, I mean, it's unrealistic to say that it's going to match it exactly, as far as the coolant temp. But, maybe have that, 5 to 7 degrees would be really, really cool. The spread on the degree difference, between the coolant temperature and the compressed air temp. So this is kind of why I'm bringing this up, but I just wanted to let everybody know that this little video here is just kind of in preparation, and I'm excited for Mishimoto to kind of bring out some numbers and actually test their intercoolers there and make sure they provide, because if something, people come out with these parts for this Q50 and other cars, and they don't base any of it on data, and it's just on, yeah, this really cool thing, it's going to work really, really great, but they don't show the numbers. A part is not worth buying unless, in my case, unless they provide an actual proof and verification that the product works. I don't want something. I'm not buying this to dress up my engine bay, or I want to buy it purely on performance. If it doesn't perform, I don't want to buy it. So that's it. So bye bye.